With GridMaker, you can move images from one row into another row if there's empty slots in that row. However, if you do that, it has to be the very last thing you do before you save your images, because if it isn't, then any changes you make to your layout will undo those changes. So before you do this, make sure you have all of your spacing and all of your styles and everything correct. And also, if you want to do a sort of taper design, make sure you have enough empty slots to accomplish that. So right now the auto is selected 16 per row, and I could drag and drop a few, but I'm going to look for something that has a few more empty rows to give us kind of the taper that I want. I think this should do it right here. So if you want to keep this locked in, you can select exact, although it shouldn't really matter anyway once you start dragging and dropping. So first thing I'm going to do is let's take one off the top row here and drop it in the bottom, and another one off the second row. So we have this taper here, top and bottom. And then I'm going to something like this. We could maybe even taper more. Yeah, something like that. So we are tapering 1/2 image slot all the way around. So you saw that when I was dragging and dropping images, I was paying no attention to the actual image order. And as long as your files are named correctly, when you're in here, you can go click reset image order, and then it's going to reorder your files by last name and then first. So when you're creating your layout, you don't have to worry about the order you're putting them in, as long as you make sure you click reset order afterwards. Now, when you manually drag and drop, you're not going to be able to check or change any more settings in the user interface until you click this unlock and reset layout. Don't do that until you've saved your file, because that is going to undo this. So I'm going to save as a PSD here, and let's go onto the desktop. All right, so now that's saved. As soon as I click unlock and reset layout, it's going to revert back to the exact state it was before anything was moved into creating that locked state. And the reason why it has to be the last thing you do is because anytime you make any kind of change at all, even if it's a very simple 1/100th of an inch spacing, the program has to recalculate everything and how the rows arrange. And a small change in a setting can actually affect, especially if there's like a negative space box, things not fitting into that correctly. So if you've made any changes to your rows and then any changes are made here, it may not be able to use those exact settings or the exact number of images per row that you arranged to. So it's really impossible to have it work any other way. But just know that as soon as you change something, that's the last thing you do before you hit save. So just get everything set up first, and then let's go ahead and open that file. You see now we have our layout in Photoshop against transparency, and then each individual slot is its own layer group, so you can arrange further if needed in Photoshop.